And welcome back to the Made in America Whelen 200. Ted Christopher, Ryan Preece 1 and 2 at the start-finish line. Green flag back in the air. Another good restart for Teddy Christopher.
Ryan Preece trying to hang tough on the outside of Teddy C. Gets off two pretty well.
We'll see how that outside groove works now as Ryan Preece trying to use it on the outside for the lead. And Christopher up a little bit through the center of turns 3 and 4, and a drag race down the front stretch. Looks like Ryan Preece had the advantage at the start-finish line.
Well, you can really see those cars slipping and sliding up off the corner when they try to get the power down. Ryan Preece has the advantage. Can he clear him?
It looks as though Ryan Preece had the advantage, but Teddy Christopher charges back into turn number 3, takes the inside line away from Ryan Preece. Again, Preece has him cleared. Can he finish the pass? He does.
Great job by Ryan Preece making the pass work on the outside.
Ryan Preece now with a car length and a half in front of Teddy Christopher, and we're still side by side for 8th back there. Mike Stefanik and Eric Rudolph.
Yeah, Mike hasn't made a whole lot of progress from his 9th place starting position. Remember, he was our fastest qualifier on the redraw, though he drew 9th.
Stefanik in the 16 on the outside. Rudolph in that 98 on the inside.
There's the 2 of Todd Szegedy right behind that side-by-side battle.
Right in front of him, the 10 of Ed Flemke Jr. Looks as though Stefanik is about to get the edge over that 98. He clears him. Let's see if he closes the gap. He does. He goes back down to the curve.
I don't know that I've ever seen the outside groove work quite as well as it has today here at Martinsville.
Now battle for 11th. George Greenholtz the 3rd. Rowan Pinnock in the inside.
There's a 7 car, Burt Myers. He gets to the inside of L.W. Miller in the 30 car.
93 on the outside. We're still seeing Rowan Pinnock trying to make the move around that 51.
It's Justin Bonsignor. Justin, one of the leading rookie candidates this year in the Whelen Modified Tour.
And that 93 of Rowan Pinnock dropping back just a bit, trying to find a line in there. Burt Myers has got it, though.
L.W. Miller drives it hard in on the outside in the 30 car.
Side-by-side racing here at Martinsville. You don't see it a lot, but we're seeing it today in the modifieds. 30 on the outside. Again, that's L.W. Miller.
A lot of side-by-side battles between those 2 cars over the years with Burt Myers and L.W. Miller.
Was bumping there. Actually, L.W. tried to come down. Burt Myers was already there. Those 2 continue to fight for the same real estate. L.W. Miller on the outside. Burt Myers on the inside. Now, see that 71 of Rob Fuller making the move to the inside.
Side-by-side battles all over this racetrack.
Field is spreading out now. Again, up in front, it's still the 3 of Ryan Preece. But they're continuing to battle side by side behind him. This battle is finished now between the 30 of L.W. Miller and that 70 of Andy Seiss.
Remember, Andy's trying to make his way back up front after spinning earlier.
Andy Seiss was battling for that 5th spot and brought out our 2nd caution. There's the top 2, Ryan Preece and Teddy Christopher running 1-2. The field all in line behind him.
About the first time this entire race that they've all been a single file.
So Myers in the 7, chasing after that 93 of Rowan Pinnock. And we've got our 4th caution coming out. Smoker on the racetrack. That is the 99 of Jamie Tomeno.
Oh, tough break for Jamie. That looks like a terminal engine problem for Jamie. One of the longtime competitors here in the series.
So Ryan Preece will have the inside line when the green flag flies when we come back to Martinsville. And welcome back to Martinsville Speedway, the Made in America Whelen 200. On the inside, it's Ryan Preece. The outside, Ron Silk, as they get ready to take the green flag. Preece not as quick. Silk gets on it quicker, and he beats Ryan Preece to the stripe.
Not going to beat him down to the bottom of the racetrack, though. Slides up a little bit. Ryan Preece gets a good run off the corner.
Bobby Santos running in the 3rd spot. Teddy Christopher is 4th on the outside. Christopher trying to take that 3rd spot away from Santos.
Those guys have to be so careful not to bounce off the curb. You go down in the corner, you bounce off that yellow curb, and it'll throw you out into the guy on the outside of you.
Right now, Santos has the left sides tucked right up against that yellow curb, and holding on to the 3rd spot is Teddy Christopher with a hard charge into turn number 3. He's going to take 3rd away from Santos.
He just blasted it down in turn number 3. There's Eric Beers, the 76 car. Stefanik now right behind Eric Beers. He's in a side-by-side battle with Todd Szegedy in the 2 car.
Todd Szegedy making the move on the inside, trying to get by Stefanik. Take that position away just behind Eric Beers.
Kevin Goodale, the 50 car, right behind that side-by-side battle.
Oh, and a little bit of a slip there for Mike Stefanik, something we don't see very often out of the 70-time winner.
He's going to back off and try to get back to the bottom of the racetrack right in front of Eddie Flimke Jr. in the 10.
We heard him say earlier before the start of this race, I'm going to take what they give me and not pressure it too early and try to mess up my equipment. So right now he's taking that position that opened up to him.
Good side-by-side battle. There's Burt Myers, the 7. Justin Bonsignor, the 51, now on the outside.
Just in front of him, that 28 of Woody Pitkat.
James Savali, the 79, right behind the 51 of Bonsignor.
One of the things that makes this series so interesting is that the bumpers line up, and every now and then you'll see one of them use those bumpers to move the guy out of the way to take a position.
Stefanik makes a nice move on the inside of the 2 of Szegedy.
Stefanik trying to take that position. Szegedy way up the racetrack,
losing a bunch of positions.
And Todd Szegedy drops back now. He's got the 28 of Woody Pitkat on the inside of him, and he continues to lose positions.
Szegedy has some sort of a problem. He may have a soft tire.
Potentially a tire going down for Todd Szegedy as he continues to drop back. Car after car going by, and he cannot hold it down to the bottom of the racetrack.
I think he has some sort of a problem. Maybe a right front tire issue for Szegedy.
So he's able to get back down to the curb for now, and then right back up the racetrack. Sure enough, the right front tire goes on the 2 of Todd Szegedy.
Yeah, it was going down. He was losing air, and then finally it lost enough air and then just rolled off the wheel.
And that was the entrance to pit road. He wasn't able to make it. We stay green, though, as Todd Zegedy's running on 3 tires. Down to the bottom of the racetrack as he goes across the start-finish line. He'll try to get onto pit road this time by.
Yeah, green flag pit stop will just kill Todd Szegedy. Take all his track position. There's our leader, so he's going 1 lap down now. Probably be at least 3 laps down by the time he gets back on the racetrack. He is going to be able to make his way to the commitment line and down pit road. Tough break for Todd Szegedy.
Todd Szegedy so strong early in this race, and then a right front tire goes down. He has to come on to pit road as the field continues under green flag conditions around him. Amazingly enough, that right front tire stayed on, so we stay green, and Ryan Preece continues to click off quick laps.
Opened up a pretty good lead right now over Ronnie Silk, running second. Teddy Christopher all over the back of Ronnie Silk.
Teddy Christopher had led the first 4th of this race, very strong out in front until Ryan Preece was able to get by, and Ron Selk took the 2nd spot away from Teddy Christopher, and now Ryan Preece is trying to check out on the field.
We talked earlier about the history of this sport and the history of the modifieds here at Martinsville. That 3 car has a lot of history behind it. Just remember seeing Bugsy Stevens drive that 3 car. There's so many victories.
One of these racetracks here at Martinsville, we talk about history. There's still a train track just off the backstretch here that every now and then you'll see the trains running by while races going on.
I don't think Ryan Preece is going to be looking for the trains.
He doesn't want any type of railroad crossings to slow him down. See Ronnie Selk trying to move on the outside of some of the slower lap traffic now, as Teddy Christopher also doing the same.
Ronnie Silk able to get by cleanly, as well as Teddy C.
Ryan Preece showing his dominance today, as Ron Selk has been able to stay within 3 or 4 car lengths, but that's been it.
See the yellow car right there, Bobby Santos. There he is coming off turn number 4. Eric Beers, the 76 right behind him. Kevin Goodale, the 50 behind Eric.
Continuing to click off laps. Again, chasing after Ryan Preece. Been able to get out front. Now a difficult time for Bobby Santos. He's not able to get by the slower lap traffic.
That's the 15 of Danny Knoll Jr. Gone 1 lap down.
So Bobby Santos trying to clear that 15. Able to do it now. And next up will be the 76 of Eric Beers. He easily clears the 15.
Kevin Goodale is side by side. There's Stefanik right behind Kevin Goodale. He's going to move by on the outside as well.
So Danny Knoll Jr. will find a spot to slide back into in that 15 is Bobby Santos, and Eric Beers continue the battle for the 4th position. Derek Perniciglio, what was going on with the tire and Todd Szegedy?
Well, it was a real tough break for Todd Szegedy. Unfortunately, he had to pull up to the high side of the track. He had a right front flat tire, and here's the cause of it right here. You can see this big rip right here in the tire. He definitely ran over something out there. Either it was a piece of metal or he rubbed up against another car, but this was the cause of Todd Zegedy's flat tire.
Tough break for Todd Szegedy as he's able to get back out on the racetrack. But Bobby Santos in the 4 able to hold off Eric Beers in that 76.
Todd Zegedy's going to need a lot of help with a lot of caution from a lot of lucky dogs to try to make his way back into contention in this race.
Now Bobby Santos has to deal with the 97 of Brian Dezeau.
He's going to make his way to the inside. Eric Beers will follow along. Kevin Goodale as well on the inside. There comes Stefanik. He's next.
In the slower lap traffic now coming into play as the lead lap cars are working their way around them. Von Silk and Teddy Christopher again running 2 and 3. Silk has that 2nd spot. Christopher has closed the gap now on him. Oh, and the caution has come out once again. This time it's the 15 of Danny Knoll Jr. that gets turned around, and you see right behind him Rob Fuller in the 71 also around.
Rob was making some pretty good progress towards the front of the field. Gets caught up in this incident.
So Ryan Preece, Ron Silk, Christopher Santos, and Beers are your top 5 here in Martinsville. Stay with us.